guys, welcome back to my channel Moon's Kitchen Diaries. So how are you all? I'm fine, I'm doing good. So today I'm going to show you one of the famous recipe from Calcutta, which we Bengali call it ghumti in our language. So it is a very famous snack in Calcutta. You can have it as a snack or you can have it as a main course of your dinner also. So today I'm going to show you how to make that recipe. I'm sure many of you already know the recipe, but how I'm going to make today, that I'm going to show you. And few of you, if you don't know the recipe, you can definitely try it. It is a bit spicy. The dish is little bit spicy and a little bit tangy, and it is very tasty. So you can have it as a snacks. And this particular the ingredient which we are going to main ingredient which we are going to use in our dish, that particular ingredient we also use to make golgappa. I'll definitely make someday golgappa and I'll show you so how that particular recipe is. So today we will start with our recipe, which is ghugni. So we Bengalis actually love to have this particular dish, especially with puris. So puri we call it luchi in our language. So it is very tasty with puris, but not necessarily that you have to have it with puris only. You can have it with normal chapati as well. It goes very well with chapati also. And so this is the one main ingredient which I am going to use in my recipe today. So I'm sure many of you know what is this. So this is dry white peas. I have soaked it for 5 to 6 hours now, and as you can see, these are all fluffy and this is ready to be cooked. And actually these are the yellow color one are the white dry peas, but the green one is the green dry peas. I had a little bit left at home, the green one also, so I soaked it together. So I'm going to what I'm going to do now, I'm going to boil this particular peas. I'll put at almost 5 to 6 whistles. Actually it depends on the water quality also. Sometimes it takes more than 5 to 6 whistles, maybe 7 to 8 whistles. So it depends on your water quality also. So I'm going to put now in pressure cooker. I'm sure many of you know that this particular ghugni is very famous snacks in Calcutta, and it really tastes very well, and we also use it in our golgappa also. So all this I put it inside the cooker. So first I'm going to put for 5 to 6 whistles. I think it should be cooked by 5 to 6 whistles. In case it is not getting cooked, then maybe we have to put some more whistles, maybe 2-3 more. So I put it in the pressure cooker. Now I'm going to put it on flame. So by the time it is getting cooked, what we will do, we'll just chop the onions, ginger, garlic, and all the masalas. We are going to keep it ready. So guys, my this peas are ready now. It is boiled. It is done now. As you can see, it's cooked nicely. And so this is the boiled peas, and I've kept some chopped onions. So chopped onions, and for tadka I'm going to add this red chili and bay leaf, and this is a masala paste. So in this paste I pasted garlic, ginger, and size of onion and tomato. So together I pasted it, and this is the masala paste. I'm going to use it. So let's see how I'm going to cook. So the main ingredient in any Bengali dish is mustard oil. So we use almost in all dishes we use mustard oil, which is a very common and main ingredient. And I'm going to put mustard oil in it. Now I'm going to put my tadka after it. So for tadka, so this is the one. Red chili, 1 red chili and 2 bay leaves. I'm putting it. The oil is already, it is hot now. So I'll put this tadka. And after that, I'm going to put this chopped onion. So add this chopped onion and fry nicely. So I'll fry this onion until it becomes golden brown in color, and I have kept the flame in medium. So whenever you are cooking, you are frying onion, and if you want to make it golden brown color, you should always put the flame in medium to lower medium flame, so that the onion gets cooked thoroughly from the outer side and the inner side. Onion has turned into golden brown color, so you can see. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to add in this is potato cuts in cube. This is absolutely optional. This is a optional choice. If you want, you can add it. If you don't want, you need not to add it. But we Bengalis, almost in all dishes, we add potato. So definitely in this dhumi also, we will add potato. And what I'll do, I'll just fry it little bit. After frying, I'll put some salt and I'll keep it. I'll cover that and I'll keep it for maybe 5 minutes. So by the time the potato gets cooked thoroughly. My mom used to put potato in ghugni, and her recipe, the way she used to make, that was more delicious. But definitely I try to follow her path. But I know that I cannot make the way she used to make it earlier. But now I try to, whatever I've learned from her, I try to cook this in same way. So now I'll add some salt into it. So when you are adding salt, you should be careful, because when we boil that piece, there also we added salt. Here also we are adding salt, so you should be very careful when you are adding salt. You should not add much. You can add it if you want. You can add it later also. So I prefer to put the salt less in quantity always. So 5 minutes I'll allow it to cook. Potatoes has become soft now. Now here I'm going to add the masala paste. So the masala paste, which I made it, that onion, ginger, garlic, tomato paste. So that I'm going to add. Stir it nicely, and I'm going to add the flame in medium. So this I'm going to fry now. This is it's still not done. I'll fry a little bit more, but meanwhile I'm going to add the masalas, the dry masalas into it. So what I'll add, definitely turmeric, some more jeera powder and coriander powder. Oh, I have little bit left here. So coriander powder, little bit red chili. By the way, I love to eat spicy, but my husband, he doesn't prefer spicy foods. So for him, I have to reduce, whenever I cook, I have to reduce my spice level, whatever I am cooking. But definitely I am going to add Kashmiri chili into it. So it gives a nice color, and it is not spicy at all, this chili, but it gives a nice color. And what I do usually, any dish when I make, I put little bit salt and little bit sweet also. So for sweet I don't use any sugar. So instead of sugar, what I prefer to use gur, which is very good for health and one of the best option. So I always put gur little bit to balance the amount of salt and sugar. So I have added gur into this. So in this particular dish, actually you can add tamarind extract also, so to give that tangy taste. But I don't have tamarind as of now. So what I am going to do, when I'm going to serve this particular dish, I will add lemon juice on top of it. That also works very nice. So as guys, you can see, friends, you can see that the oil started separating and the masala also nicely cooked along with aloo, the potato. So guys, I cannot tell you, it's smelling so good, and I'm already hungry, and I cannot wait to have it. The boiled piece, I just put it here. So water, mix it nicely. And let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes with the masala. And one more thing which I still didn't add, that is of course green chilies. So green chilies, you can paste it, that way also you can use it, or you can chop it and you can mix it with the masala. But as I told you that my husband, he doesn't prefer much spicy, so I usually put this way. So if you are putting this way, it will be a little bit less spicy. So I'll just put the green chilies on top of it. I think I have to add some more water. Again, the gravy should not be too much watery. Now it will start boiling and it will get cooked. And after that, at the end, I'm going to show you the serving idea. So the ghugni is ready now. So I've already served it. So now I'm going to put the seasoning on top of it. I'll add some chopped onions, so a little bit more, as friends, I told you that you can add raw coriander also, which actually goes very well, but today I don't have, so I'm not adding that. So some onion, and definitely I told you that you can add tamarind juice also if you want, you like the tangy taste, if you like the tangy taste, but I don't have the tamarind, so I'm going to add this lemon on top of it. Really goes very nice. And if you want, if you like the spicy, more spicy, then you can add chopped green chilies as well, but I'm not adding it. So I've added this particular masala, which I have dry roasted it, cumin, coriander, and little bit 1 or 2 red chili, and you can dry roast it, then after that you can make a powder of it. Today for dinner I will serve it with a nice hot soft chapati. So this is the dinner for today. Friends, so hope you like this recipe. If you like this recipe, please try at home and let me know in comment box how is it. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe my channel. And until then, see you, bye bye, and please take care.